Jungkook is a super rich college dude who insulted you in public for being poor. And now, in order to seek your revenge, you are planning to god dig Jungkook. In order to watch the previous parts of this video, please check out the playlist titled Revenge. Can I ask you a weird question? Jungkook asked, breaking the silence between us. Yeah, sure, ask away. It's about the night I met you. I looked up at him curiously. What about that night? Why were you dressed like a hot cat? I stared at him blankly for a second before my cheeks burned as I realized he was talking about my old adult waitressing uniform. Oh, right, that, I said, turning my eyes a little. It was my old uniform. I used to work at an adult club. What? Jungkook interrupted. His eyes widened to practically 5 times their size. Relax. I was an adult club waitress, you idiot. I only handed out drinks. Oh, thank God, he repeated over and over. Why? Jealous of all the guys I would have danced for? Weren't you? I teased. Nah, I wouldn't need to be. You already gave me a private dance anyway. Remember the chair dance? He smirked, referring to the hot dance performance I had put on for him. I blushed a little as I remembered that. Jungkook cleared his throat. Also, there is another thing I have been meaning to say about that night. I'm sorry, he whispered, his eyes flickering softly back and forth between mine. I was beyond shocked at this point, and all I could do was stare. I have been meaning to say this for a while, but I have been too embarrassed. Jungkook said with a bitter laugh. I was a horrible piece of trash to you that night, for no apparent reason. Whatever I said was dumb and insensitive, and a straight-up lie. Jungkook returned his eyes back to me. So yeah, I'm so embarrassed and I'm sorry, he whispered. Seconds went by and I didn't say anything. I just stared. I appreciate your apology, I finally whispered out. Jungkook gave me a weak smile with a hint of saddened regret still sparkling through his eyes before slowly turning back to the screen. As the music of the film played softly out in the background, I repeated the words of Jungkook's apology over and over till they became almost haunting. I stole a glance at Jungkook and searched for the stupid I saw at the club, but I couldn't see him anymore. Instead, I only saw my friend. The energetic sound of people screaming and laughing rushed past my ears as Jungkook and I walked into the park. A fair? That's what the surprise was. I smiled as I turned to face him. Jungkook had barged into my room this morning, but this time instead of spraying me with a bottle, he had poked me with a stick. Jungkook turned to me with a smile. Well, what did you expect? You did tell Noah I was taking you to the fair, so I decided to make it the truth. I like your thinking, I said as I lightly bumped his hip with mine. Yeah, no, don't do that. Why? Because it's weird and it embarrasses me. All the more reason to do it, I sang as I gave him an extra vicious bump with my hip. Suddenly, a 30-looking young man stepped out in front of us, causing us both to come to a sudden stop. Tourist, right? Let me guess, English, he questioned as he looked eagerly between the two of us. Yeah, we are, I said, smiling politely. Well, I have got a perfect game for such a beautiful couple. We are not together. Okay, what's the game? Jungkook and I both spoke at the same time, so it took me a minute to register what he had said. Once I did, I eyed Jungkook in confusion. Come on, come, the man said as he gestured us over. He gestured for us to take a seat. I noticed he had a laptop positioned behind him with a few wires and other random things. This is a lie detector test. You ask each other questions and then we find out if you are lying. Great game for couples, he announced proudly. A lie detector test? Jungkook stuttered. He swallowed nervously and looked over at me cautiously. Seeing Jungkook scared, I thought it was the best time to play him. Why do you sound so nervous, Jungkookie? Got something to hide? Jungkook swallowed again, but kept strong eye contact. No, why have you? No, I haven't got anything to hide at all. You can ask why. I lied confidently. Just no questions about my family, I added. Okay, fine then. I will do it if you do it. Okay, deal. Excellent. Jungkook and I agreed to ask each other 3 questions, and I offered to go first. The man briefly explained that we could only ask yes or no questions if we wanted accurate results. I held out my hand as the man attached all kinds of straps and things. Once I had all the equipment on, the fear of what I was about to do really started to sink in. The man cleared his throat. Okay, I'm ready now. Ask her some questions you know are true, like her age and name, so we can calibrate the machine. Jungkook smirked and leaned forward in his seat. Is your name Jeon? Yes. And are you 19 years old? Yes. Okay, I have got the readings. You may start. The man said, nodding his head at Jungkook to go. What to ask? Jungkook sang, amusement dancing in his eyes like a cat playing with a mouse. Stop being annoying and ask me something already, I said impatiently. Okay, fine. First question. Do you think I'm more attractive than my brother? I paused and took a couple of seconds to think through my answer. I mean, I knew the real answer, but I was not going to admit it. No, Noah is better looking than you. Sorry. Jungkook frowned as though I had slapped him. That's such... She's lying, the guy interrupted, cutting Jungkook from whatever he was saying. No, that's not true, I repeated desperately. The signs are jumping even more now, the man said annoyingly. Jungkook, who already looked fairly amused, started to practically kill himself with laughter. Why? Thank you, Jeon, I'm flattered, he winked. The machine is broken. Okay, next question. When I displayed my hot techniques on you the other day, do you admit that you were on? My face burned instantly at his question, and the amused side-eye the computer guy was giving us certainly wasn't helping. Is it hot in here? I think I need to get some water. Excuse me, I said as I reached to plug the sensor of my finger. Jungkook slapped my hand back on the table, preventing my escape. No, you are not running till I get my answer. I growled in frustration before taking a deep breath in and out to calm myself. I swallowed and looked up at him. No, I was not on, I answered smoothly while working hard to keep my voice steady. Another strong lie, the man interrupted. I knew it. God, going to the stand was the best ever idea. Jungkook laughed. Oh, shut up, Jungkookie, and ask your final damn question. Okay, this is my final question. Do you truly consider me as your friend? As soon as the question was asked, the whole mood in the air shifted. It was a question I barely knew the answer to myself. Jungkook stared back at me with large open eyes as though anxiously awaiting what I might say. Yes, Jungkook, I do. I said, the words leaving my mouth with a genuine amount of sincerity. The man at the computer slowly nodded his head. Yeah, that one is the truth. Jungkook's green eyes rested on mine, not saying a word. Then gradually, a small shy smile wormed its way onto his face. I leaned forward on my elbows with a chuckle. We don't look so confident anymore, do we? Once the man gestured for me to start, I was eager to get to the juicy stuff. I stared at Jungkook, watching as he twitched in his seat uncomfortably. I cleared my throat. Jungkookie, on the 1st of November, you were heard whispering out the name Jeon while being with Lisa. Would you like to admit you were having dirty thoughts about me? No, I wasn't. How many times do I have to lie? The man interrupted with a snort. What? No, check again, Jungkook demanded. I don't need to. He twisted his laptop to faces before pointing to a very large spike on the graph. I knew it. You are a liar. I laughed, struggling to contain my breath. I am not lying, I swear, he protested. Ask sensible questions. Oh, don't worry, Jungkookie, I will, I winked. You know what? I'm never ever playing another game with you ever again. Finally, Jungkook decided to quit the game. We had finally escaped from the weird lie detector game. Oh, it was fun. Well, I didn't. That game was utter crap. You are embarrassed because the machine exposed how much of a perv you are, I teased. If I had a chance to ask 2 other questions, the first one would be if he had fantasized about me, and the 2 would if he had looked at my back more than once. Jungkook would answer no to both, of course, and the machine would have broke itself from how strongly it swung in the lie direction. Focusing on the direction we were going, my eyes drew to the carousel in the distance. Want to go on? No, don't be silly. It's for kids, I smiled. Instead of shrugging his shoulders like I thought he would, Jungkook's eyes sparkled with challenge. Then, looks like we are kids. And like that, Jungkook grabbed my hand and we moved towards the queue line. Well, this is the end of today's video. The next part will be soon uploaded. Thank you for watching. Bye.